I am recording these 3 sessions, and you can revisit in the future any subject that you need. Well, as we point out yesterday, today we are going to talk a little bit about the different ways that developers can customize dotCMS, how you can personalize and even create your own enterprise features running your instance of dotCMS. So first, let's talk about a few concepts that we are going to use as part of the examples in today's session. First, the view tools. View tools inside dotCMS are simply Java classes that encapsulate functionality. The view tools are exposed to velocity. You can configure a key in a file, in an XML file, that you can use to access them. We are going to see an example later on. The view tools provide access to the dotCMS content repository along with several methods and utilities that will help you out with, for example, some, let's say, some string formatting, some date formatting calculations, XML manipulation, and also JSON manipulation, among other stuff. The view tools allow you to build custom APIs and classes that integrate the business functionality. For example, let's say that a client has an external e-commerce system. The view tools can go ahead and access that e-commerce system and display information of products, prices, anything that you might need. Then we have the actionlets. The actionlets actually allow you to run Java code when executing a workflow. You can do pretty much whatever you need to. You can write information in the logs, you can interact with the content in dotCMS, you can send emails to a list of authors of contents, reviewers, to indicate that you moved something, a content or a contentlet, through a workflow step or something like that. Also, we have the portlets. The portlets are the mechanism that the developers use to display custom view in the backend of dotCMS. Some example for the portlets. We call portlets in dotCMS. Let me just open a new window here. Extract this. Right now I don't have my dotCMS instance up, so let's try with the demo site. Okay, I'm going to log in with the default credential. Okay, so what we call portlet is anything that you might need in here in the left pane, any page that you can visit in dotCMS, and also some of the pages that are hidden by default. Every page that you see in dotCMS, it's what we call a portlet. So with the tools that we are going to see today and tomorrow, we can overwrite, we can create our own portlets or our own pages, so the clients or you can have access inside the dotCMS backend. For example, let's say the site search tool, the Elasticsearch, every page that you see here, it's what we call a portlet. Basically, we have in dotCMS 3 different types of portlets. They are different in the way that they are built, but they are not different to the eyes when we click around here. The different types of portlets are a velocity portlet, an structs portlet, and also a JSP portlet. We are going to see example of these three types of portlets today and tomorrow. Also, we have the content hooks, and this is a very important part of dotCMS. With the theory that we saw yesterday about the content being the primary class and table and object inside dotCMS, the content hooks allow developers to run Java code before and after the content has been checked in. You're going to see in several parts of the .cms source code the methods that are called check-in and check-out. Basically, when you check in an object, a content object, it means that you are saving it to the database. Also, you are putting that into the cache and you are setting that into the Elasticsearch. But basically, keep in mind that when you see check-in, it means that you are saving that object, that information into the database. And when you see the check out, it means that you are trying to, for example, you're trying to find something that is already in the database. So, for example, if you go into, let me just see an example. If you go into the, let me just close everything here. If you go into the content portlet, into search, let's say that you create a new content, content generic. There's generic, some dummy text. When you click save or when you click save and publish, both of these methods are calling the check-in inside the content API. And when you try to find the information that that specific content has, you are calling the checkout method. Right now, you already called the checkout method in order to retrieve some data like the title, the sites, also the body. So the .cms API had to go into the cache or into the database or into the Elasticsearch in order to retrieve all this data. So that's part of the logic inside the checkout method. And if you click here and save and publish again, you are calling again the check-in. So basically, what we can do with these content hooks from a development standpoint is easier for developers. We totally recommend using these classes in order to, it's not overriding per se, but it's adding logic before and after you check in or before and after you check out those methods. Okay, so basically these are the four, there are a lot more and we are going to take a look, but these are the most used extension points inside .cms for the static and also for the dynamic plugins.